BC, back on here again. Got some new releases that I found over the last, man, 5 months, 4 to 5 months, man. I'm long overdue, man. And I'm over here looking at the stack, man, and it's steady getting bigger and bigger. But this is some stuff I picked up over the summer and even all the way to the fall. I'm going to start off with the first one here. This one was a recommendation. I remember Mazzy was talking about this in one of his videos, but I definitely went out and got it. I picked this up off of Amazon. $20 record, but sounds amazing. Kevin Gray did it. This is Milt Jackson and Ray Charles, Soul Brothers. No singing. It's pretty much instrumental. So it was, Ray Charles and Milt Jackson. Anybody that hooks up with Milt Jackson always puts out classics, but yeah, this is one you can pick up for around $20, but yeah, it's well worth it, man. Glossy cover, nice glossy cover and everything. Nice package, man. Nice packaging. Stout and printing, they do those. Then also I picked up on, along with that one, the reissue of Blues and Abstract Truth. I had a copy of this. I had a second press original mono, but it was so bad shape. I ended up selling it because it was just so noisy. Hearing Bill Evans and Eric Dolphy and them, you want those quiet pastures, man, when you're playing that stuff. Man, I was so happy when Acoustic Sounds jumped on this, and they did an excellent job, man. Ryan K. Smith, that's another cat, man. That's a great mastering engineer, Ryan K. Smith. You're gonna hear more from the stuff I found with his name on it. But Blues and the Abstract Truth. Online by an album I've been after for years. Marlena Shaw, California Soul. Everybody knows this. Spice of Life. Everybody knows this album. This is a classic. Yeah, that California Soul, man. Written by Ashford and Valerie Simpson. A lot of people don't know that, but yeah, they wrote that song. It's just tripped out how they just went in and constructed that song, and you just had that vision of the West Coast, the Pacific Ocean. But California Soul, classic, late 60s. Found this one online for a killer price. And I think because the guy sold it because it had damage to the jacket, but the record is mint on the Cadet label. This was my second time running across it. The first time I saw it in the wild, a copy, and it was in bad shape. But yeah, this is a must-have, soul classic. Marlena Shaw, Spice of Life. Woman of the Ghetto is on here too, which is killer. Then the western suburbs, I was out over in, I want to say Downers Grove, right up in that area. One of my buddies, Blue Village Vinyl. That cat always has some great stuff, man. I've been hitting that store a lot. But yeah, found this there. Krautrock masterpiece, man. Cluster, Sui Zoso. Yeah, this one's killer, man. Rodellas and what's his name? I always never come down to Rodella's name. I always butcher his name, but yeah, Cluster. I have their original debut, but yeah, this was on the original Sky label too. Clean, dude had that in stock. I couldn't believe he had it. The last time I came across this, it was a 4 Men with Beards, which I thought was an original when I was up in Milwaukee. So yeah, and actually the shop I'm talking about is not Downers Grove, it's Westmont. Check it out, Westmont, Blue Village. It's a nice, cool spot in the western suburbs, west of Chicago. Westmont, Blue Village Vinyl. But yeah, I picked this one up. This one's on the top 50 of Julian Cope's Krautrock classics, albums that must-haves. Yeah, I got a few of them. I got another one I'm going to show you too. That's on there too, but that's one. And then also I got at his shop, early 90s. This was to me the last great Allman Brothers album. But this one doesn't have, this one has Warren Haynes from Government Mule. This is it was right before he did the Government Mule, but Dickie Betts was still with him. This album is killer, man. Gambler's Row. early 90s with the hype sticker. I love it. We had the hype sticker, man. I got home and threw it on, man, on the Epic label. And this album's killer. Shine On is dope. And yeah, Gambler's Roll. And then Seven Turns is also cold. This is like, to me, the Allman Brothers kicked it into gear, and they still had they had that kicking sound. Greg Allman and them, they kept pushing the boundaries. If you see this album, definitely pick it up. I believe Friday Music did a pressing of this too. But yeah, this is an original from early 90s. Then the last one I found at the shop was INXS X, Suicide Blonde, with old boy on the harmonica, Charlie Musselwhite. I mean, this album is killer, man. By Your Side, Hear That Sound, Disappear. A lot of people say this was the last great INXS, because they had that role with Listen Like Thieves and Kick. That's like all these albums were right behind each other, and they always say this was like the one that ended. They had that roll of 3 albums that was back to back smoking. But yeah, X with Suicide Blonde, and also Hear That Sound is killer, and Bitter Tears. This is an original US. I had the mobile fidelity. Version, and I ended up selling it because it was warped. Surprisingly, I hate getting records that are warped. I ended up sending it back and got a refund on it. But I held off. I'm so glad I found this one. Now, back in July, I went out to Hillside. They had the Hillside Record Fair, and I definitely picked up some stuff. That was the first time me going back to a record fair since the pandemic. But yeah, I picked up a lot of titles there, and I ended up meeting up with John Coltrane, John Coltrane '68, Chris Cole, and he gifted this one to me, the Dom Romao. Great album. This is on ECM, and definitely check this one out, man. Yeah. OM. Was it That's the name of the album. Very experimental jazz. He gifted this to me because he saw me. I was talking to him. I picked this one up with Don Cherry, Colin Walcott, and Nana Vasconcelos, which is, yeah, this is a smoking, man. So he saw me get this, and he just gifted me this. So this was like VCLT on the go, VCLT, man. Chris Cole always looks out, man. I remember last time I ran into him at the Plumbers Digging Convention. He gave me a Roland Hannah album. But yeah, definitely check these two out. These are really good. With Don Cherry, man, experimental, man. It's like pushing jazz to the whole further, to the atmosphere. I also found an album I was after for a long time. He was part of the Queensbridge with, The Firm with Nas and Foxy Brown. But this one's called Do or Die. This is original from '95 with the hype sticker, which was cool. I found this one. Sugar Hill, Uncut Raw, More Money, More Murder. That was one of my hip hop classics. That came out during that classic era of all the hip hop. Then, of course, I had some jazz in there. The Underrated Player, man. This is an original Bobby Timmons, the Soul Man. Definitely check this one out. This guy is so underrated, man. A great composer, a great player. Sometimes he just gets overlooked, and everybody knows him because he did stuff with Blakey. This guy's almost all his albums that I've been picking up from the '60s are all worth picking up, man. With the Van Gelder stamp. This is a mono copy too, which is so cool. Prestige. And then also Mal Waldron. I picked this one up. This is not an original. I wish I could find an original. Original would have been on Bethlehem, but this one's on Nippon. This is Japan Polydor. But this is him doing Billie Holiday, Left Alone. This is a tribute to Billie Holiday right after her passing, which he's on Lady in Satin playing the piano. He's on that album. So yeah, this was his tribute to her. And his kids, she was like the godmother to his kids too. He did this album before he moved overseas and, to pursue a jazz career without all of the racism that he dealt with here in the States during the 60s. He ended up had a very killer career, man. Mal Waldron, one of the great piano players. Then I got some new pickups. Yeah, this is the reason why Fleetwood Mac broke up. But yeah, this is Lindsey Buckingham's new album. Man, this is smoking. Scream, I like a lot. Time. This is remind me of his stuff around Mirage and Go Insane, Trouble. That's this man. This is the right where he left off. Man, he's a killer musician, man. I saw Lindsey Buckingham about 4 times with Fleetwood Mac, and I just was amazed how that guy played. He's one of the most underrated guitar players. His finger picking and my favorite songs by them is Family Man and man, I mean he has so many hits, man. But yeah, Lindsey Buckingham. This is self-titled. Got this one. This is on the blue vinyl. Definitely check this one out. If you're a Fleetwood Mac fan, check this one out. But this was the reason why they kicked him out of the band. So yeah, just picked that one up. Got all of that in my buddy's shop. And then he had this one there. I Never Loved a Man Love Like I Love You. This is the classic one, but I got this one on. My buddy's shop had this, and I was floored, man. Vinyl Me Please. Ryan K. Smith. Like I told you, more Ryan K. Smith. But yeah, this is a classic album here. Respect's on here. Yeah, this one has all the hits on here, man. All the hits. And then he had a record store day. And I was able finally to crack this. I grabbed this one. This is on blue vinyl. One of those half-speed masters. And I know everybody's been talking about the half-speed master. This album sounds okay. I think it could have sounded better, but I think because during that period, I think they did what the best they could do with this album. So yeah, but I'm happy to have it because it has a lot. It has a live album on here too. So it's just like that fourth album is worth the album itself. The live, it sounds awesome. But yeah, this is Space Dance and The Who. An album I didn't have. Yeah. And then there's a reissue. They just reissued this album. Joe Ragoso from Friday Music. The Fix. This just came out. Guys, if you're into The Fix, Saved by Zero, yeah, get this album. It's a great pressing. They did a really good job on it. I was surprised. I thought it was going to be warped or whatever, but they went in and, yeah, Joe Ragoso mastered this one. I got a few of his other albums he did, like The Weather Report, Black Market. But, yeah, check this one out. The Fix. Yep, Sign of Fire, too, is another classic. And One Thing Leads to Another. That's the #1 classic. But, yeah, pick that up, The Fix. This was on blue vinyl. It just came out this year. This is Friday Music. And I found another jazz one. This one here, the original album is really Elmore Hope. But yeah, this is the Two Tenors. This is a pressing from the late 60s. The Two Tenors. They ended up changing the name to Two Tenors, Hank Mobley and John Coltrane. This is a stereo on the Prestige label. Great sounding record. Love it. Love it. Sounds so good. Yep. Yeah, a lot of killer songs on here. Philly Joe Jones is on the drums, and of course Paul Chambers on bass. So definitely another jazz pickup. And then picked up an R&B classic. Tell me if you still care, but this was the On the Rise. I finally found a copy. This is my second copy. My other copy was, it looked near mint, but it was noisy. I wanted to get a copy that was real quiet, and I finally found one. Yeah, with the little hype sticker, but it's cool. SOS. I've been digging on hype stickers, man, after watching JC's videos, man. JC got me hooked on them hype stickers. I be looking for the hype stickers. Then I picked this one up on, yeah, I took so long, man. I had to get this Dylan, man, because this is my period here. Bringing it all back home, blonde on blonde and highway. Those, yeah, that's this one right here. Got all that the demos. This album is this Highway 61. You know that man. It's a lot of the stuff from there too, man. Destillation Roll. Yeah, I picked this one up. I picked it up on Amazon. Amazon had a really good deal on it. I got it for 64 bucks. This was running for 90 bucks wherever else you see it. But yeah, this is Bob Dylan, the cutting edge, 65 to 66. This is the period I love of Dylan. And I actually have those albums too. Then another one I picked up, they just reissued it. Another Ryan K. Smith. And this was actually, that's the same guy that mastered the box set, but No More Tears. I remember when this came out in the early 90s, man. I remember I was working at Ventures, man, and the guys was playing, they used to play this rock station. It was them and the Black Crowes. When I first heard this, I was just like, wow, what is this? Ozzy? This is No More Tears and Mama, I'm Coming Home. And that's, oh yeah, the one song that really sold me, they used to play Mr. Tinkerman. Love that stuff, man. But yeah, this is the reissue. I know that reissue is hard to come by now because it's been sold out everywhere. But yeah, when you get your hands on it, definitely get it. Yeah, it's worth picking up, man. Yeah, that's just Ryan K. That's another one. And then I move on to, I did do one Walmart pickup. This one. I remember Bob Bradley talking about this one, and I had went ahead and just ordered it with the little splatter vinyl. Bernie Grundman cut this. I have an original. I compared this to the original. I A-B'd it, man. Pfft, this one kills my original. My original's on purple vinyl. This one got so much bottom. The guitars, Waylon's vocals, it's so clear. Anybody that shops around on Walmart, they're looking for a great pressing of this. Definitely pick this one up. I don't know how much it's going for now. I believe it's probably like 50 bucks now. But definitely pick this one up. I know the music on vinyl ones are going for, they're like over 100 bucks. But yeah. Stone Temple Pilots. I always call it purple, but yeah, the second album. And then move on to I got another Krautrock Japanese press. Faust so far on that Julian Cope top 50. Picked this one up. I had to do an online buy on this one. But yeah, they used the original metal tape plates from Polydor. Yeah, Faust so far. And I picked up, this was at my buddy's shop. I had went over the summer, went back to over in Forest Park. Picked up this Meters music on vinyl. Doesn't sound bad. Even though it's a digital record, I still haven't been able to find an original Josie, but this one will suffice right now. Yeah, this one with the Sissy Strut on here. Live Wire and Cardova. The Meters, Ease Back. But yeah, this is on music on vinyl. And another one, Miles. This is his 80s period. Definitely get this. Great record, man. Even though it's his 80s stuff, but this is like historical, man. This was his last. It's funny, when he first toured Europe, he visited France. So it was fitting that the last place he visited before he passed away was this. And yeah, this is early 90s recording, and it has pretty much a lot of the 80s stuff, like his version of Time After Time. I actually dig his version of Human Nature. I almost pulled this for my video I did yesterday, because his version of Human Nature is so slick. He just went in and he smoothed it out. But Miles being Miles can play any style, man. It's just tripped out the decades how he just progressed, man. He just He's just like a chameleon, man, every period. But yeah, this is an amazing album with Kenny Garrett, Deron Johnson, Foley on lead bass, and Richard Patterson. Yeah, this one here, man, this is the live. This was live. Mersey Miles. Live at Vienna. Definitely check it out. Get it. If you're a Miles fan, get that. It's a little different from his other stuff, but it's a must have. Then I went over to Reckless. I started getting because I've been following Brian Eno, been following Brian Eno for years, man, and I was never seen this one. Ambient 2 with Harold Budd, and I spun this like the whole summer, man. This was like my album, man. Instrumental, ambient, minimalism. Eno, man, Eno just does it for me, man. It's the way he just goes in and just breaks down the song. You know, everybody knows him as a producer. When he produced, you know, he helped out with U2 and Talking Heads in the '70s. But yeah, his ambient series is good. And then of course, you know, everybody loves the music with Airports. That's another classic one. But yeah, this one is just as good. This is with Harold Budd on piano. It's just tripped out how they blend together, man. Great. This is a great album. This is an original UK from 1980. This one you don't see around. I see number 4 a lot. That's on land, and then you see the music on airports. And this one I haven't seen this one being reissued yet. I was shocked this wasn't reissued. Then this guy has a birthday today. This was one of the ones I found in Milwaukee. Happy birthday to Monk. Would have been 104 if he was alive, but yeah, I picked this one up. This is the early '60s. This is a third press of 5 by Monk, Monk by 5. Clean copy too, man, on the Riverside stereo. Picked this one up. Then there was a guy online. This was a grail for me, man. This is not even it's not a first press with the ear, but it's a New York, USA. It was a guy online selling this. One of my I follow online. Dude, collection is sick. So he was selling this because he already had an original. This is like a second press, New York label. Gretchen Marcour, some other stuff. This dude is deep, man, on the flugelhorn. This dude is just on the trombone. I'm sorry, on the trombone. This dude is sick. With Cecil McBee, Hancock, and of course Tony Williams. Shorter on the sax. This stuff right here, this stuff is so concrete. This and man, this and even the stuff with Jackie McLean and it's just so far reaching, man. I want to say it's avant bop or whatever, but yeah, this is killer, man. Killer. Then I met up with my buddy last week. I got some Bill Evans coming. I met up with my buddy last week, and he bought a record for me over during the wintertime. He told me, man, the store was going out of business. I'm gonna buy you something. Tell me what artist you like. I told him I like Bill Evans. I was naming all the jazz people. So he brings this, man. We went to the Sox game. Brings me this, and I didn't even have this. I got Undercurrent, but I never heard him with Jim Hall, anything else. But when he brought this, I was just like floored. Promo. This one's smoking. I've been spinning this a lot too. Intermodulation, man. Bill Evans. This is an original mono. It was at a place called Vintage Vinyl in New Jersey. They just went out of business some months ago. But yeah, dude picked that up for me. He grabbed that, man. He was just like, I got something for you. I'm gonna bring it for you know when we go to the baseball game. We went to the baseball game last Saturday. It was pretty cool. We had a blast. Haven't saw him in over 30 years, man. It was cool. He knew I was still collecting music and stuff. We always talk on the phone. But yeah, that's one Bill Evans. And then I picked up this one. It's another classic one here too. This one was recorded over at Oil Can Harry's in Vancouver. This one's called On a Friday Evening. Yeah, Eddie Gomez and Elliot Zugmund on the drums, on the sticks. Man, this is a great. He's the master and engineer. I'm not too familiar with, but when you look at the dead wax, it says well made. Yes, this is well made. This is some great mastering here, man. Anybody run across this? This is on the craft label. Definitely check it out. Yo, yeah, this was recorded in '75. Bill Evans. And my Bill Evans now, man, it's getting there. I'm still missing some pieces, but I'm pretty much got a lot of the heavy hitters. But yeah, this is a great addition. A guy on Instagram had posted this, and I was like, man, should I get it? He said, oh, if you like Bill Evans, you definitely get it. And I got it. I grabbed that, and now I'm gonna show some of the record store day stuff. Grab this one when this one came out on record store day. Way better than that one he did. That's Ronnie Scott. That, yeah, yeah, Ronnie Scott. That's the one. Live at Ronnie Scott. This one is so good. This one's so good. Yeah, got that one. And then got the Kenny Dorham. Amazing. I was so glad to finally find a copy of this one. I had a buddy track me this one down. I was so happy to get this, man. I missed out on it, but amazing sounding Kevin Gray on that one. And then I picked up the Harold Land, another smoker, man. Ken McAuliffe. I remember he was talking about this. Yeah, this one's cold with Carmel Jones, Harold Land, Buddy Montgomery. Yeah. Bela. This is another one up close. I don't have. Roy Brooks. Yeah. Triple LP. Cecil McBee, Carlos Garnett, Harold Marvin, and Woody Shaw. Can't go wrong with that. Yeah, he does a killer cover of that. Yeah, that's Zoltan. Smoking. Miles Champion. I grabbed that one on the yellow vinyl. That's pretty much it on that. And then back to the regular stuff, some more stuff I picked up. Two of my favorite tone pours of the year. Sonny Clark, My Conception, Smoking. Donald Byrd, I never heard Donald Byrd play like he played on here. This is one of his top. Shoot, that opening track, Junker, man, it's smoking. And then the surprise, this one blew me away. Curtis Amy, man. Native Land. I think that when I heard that Native Land kick in, smoking. Talking about the African rhythms, jazz. I mean, that just took the jazz to a whole nother spectrum. Those are these two of my favorite tone poets this year. I haven't heard anything come close. Yeah, Katanga, Curtis Amy, and then Sonny Clark. I was spinning that crazy. Then I got the Chet Baker, New York. This is the Vinyl Me Please. This is on like a yellow vinyl. Grab that. And some other new releases. 64. It's another Bill Evans. Oh man, I had so many Bill Evans. It's just sickening. Yeah. Trill 64. Dope. And then I got a couple of pop titles, and that'll be it. And an R&B title. I think I got another jazz one too. Picked this one up. Tough record to find. I remember Telegram Sam was showing this. She had just picked this up. This was like earlier in around August sometime. But yeah, Talking Heads. This was their last studio album. I love Blind. Blind is smoking. Killer, man. And old boy's on here, man. Johnny Marr. Johnny Marr from the Smiths. Yeah, this is Nothing But Flowers. You hear that? You can hear that Smiths, that twang with the Rickenbacker. And then the Cheap Heat. Cheap Heat. Higher Love. I dug this. This is pretty cool back in the day. But this Island smokes, man. Original Island label. Steve Winwood. Higher Love. Back in the high life again. Eddie Henderson. Eddie Henderson. Killer. This one smokes. Got some cold beats, man. And then the last and final, Luther, one of the great singers of our time, man. And this guy needs a biop. He need a buyout big time. He needs some type of documentary. If you can get Ruben Studdard or somebody to play him, but we need to get a guy that can do a movie on him. But yeah, this has like his whole career. But yeah, thanks for hanging in long, man. I did a lot of those videos, man. I was trying to see if I forget anything, but yeah, that was pretty much, man, my stuff I picked up over the last 5 months. But yeah, I can put this stuff away, man. But I've been spending a lot of this stuff. I've been still listening to that Ozzy, man. That Ozzy's amazing. And that Curtis Amy, that's one of the top tone poets, man. I picked up, man. And that Sonny Clark. But yeah, a lot of music, man. Thanks for hanging in there with me, man. It's 30 minutes. I want to do one shorter. I probably should have broke them up, but I'd rather just go ahead and knock it out now. But yeah, thanks, VC, man. Everybody have a great week. Peace.